for generations of children, the sight of a brightly coloured witch, a striped cat, and an owl was instantly recognisable. Meg and Mog began life as a much-loved series of picture books and eventually became a colourful television favourite. The first Meg and Mog book was published in 1972. It introduced Meg, a young witch whose spells had a habit of going wrong, along with her black and white striped cat, Mog. Owl, another regular companion, soon became an important part of their world. Meg and Mog first appeared on television in 1977, when an animated version of the story was included in a Halloween edition of the BBC educational programme Words and Pictures. It would be many years, however, before they received a series of their own. The full animated Meg and Mog series arrived in 2003 on CITV. Produced by Absolutely Productions, Happy Life, and Varga Budapest, it brought the characters of the books to life in a collection of short 5-minute adventures. There were eventually 52 episodes broadcast across 2 series. Each story kept the basic idea that had made the books so popular. Meg would set out to use her magic, often with Mog and Owl nearby, but her spells rarely produced exactly what she expected. A simple bit of magic could quickly turn into a much bigger problem, creating plenty of opportunities for comedy. The series was aimed at younger viewers, so the stories were easy to follow and usually centred on one particular adventure. There was plenty of visual humour too, with the animation allowing Meg's spells to create all sorts of strange and unexpected situations. The television version featured a notable British voice cast. Faye Ripley provided the voice of Meg, while Phil Cornwell and Alan Bennett were also among the performers involved in the series. Their performances added personality and humour to the familiar characters. One of the biggest strengths of the adaptation was that it didn't lose the look of the original books. The strong colours and simple designs translated beautifully into animation, making the television characters immediately recognisable to anyone who already knew the stories. Although Meg was a witch, she was never presented as frightening. Her adventures were playful and mischievous, with the comedy coming from her attempts to solve problems with magic. Mog, meanwhile, often found himself caught up in whatever chaos Meg had created. The series ran until 2004, introducing the characters to a new generation who may never had encountered the original books. For older viewers, it also offered the chance to see familiar childhood characters brought to life on television. Today, Meg and Mog remains a memorable part of British children's entertainment. From the illustrations in the original books, to the colourful CITV animation more than 30 years later, the characters have remained remarkably distinctive. At its heart, Meg and Mog is a simple story about a young witch, her loyal cat, and a little bit of unpredictable magic. And as Meg discovers time and again, when it comes to spells, things don't always go according to plan. But that's usually where the fun begins.